we're going to be going through the 5 steps of what to do when you get that English literature question in front of you to make sure you're planning for the top grade. Now, if any of you have ever got into the exams, looked at the question, thought, I have no idea what to do with this, I have no idea how to even start it, after this video, I promise you'll know how. So number 1, it's a pretty obvious step. You want to read the question first. For example, like the June 2022 question was talking about my best fears. So what I would do is I would actually read through the question first before you even read through the extract, so you know exactly what you're looking for. Most students will go straight to reading the extract, but make sure read the question first, and then you'll be able to spot what you're wanting to look for. Just a reminder, guys, if you do want help with like grade 9 analysis, how to structure your paragraphs, how to write conclusions, sentence starters, keywords, anything like that, it's all on the Light Up Hub. The link is in the description below, and you can also check out the free lessons, which I'm going to link below as well. So number 2 is read the extract and highlight anything that answers the question. So say, for example, I was reading through this extract, what I'd go through is just to highlight any key quotes that could answer Macbeth's fears. Doesn't matter if you're not going to utilize all of those, but just have a bank of different quotes that you can reference. A little top tip on top of tip number 2 is they will always give you above the extract a bit which tells you where the extract is from. So if you are somebody who's stuck with especially something like Macbeth, you're not too sure where the extract is from, or maybe you don't remember the extract, it will kind of give you a brief introduction as to what is going on, so use that as a reference point. So to summarize so far, we've got number 1, read the question. We've got number 2, read through the extract and highlight anything that links to the question. Now, number 3 is think about your main point for the extract. So looking at the extract as a whole and looking at the quotes that you would have highlighted, think about, okay, how do these quotes link to the question? Or like, how does this actually show Macbeth's fear? You want to give me one point that you're going to reference the extract and the word from the question. So say, for example, I'd highlighted the quotes, he hath wisdom that doth guide his valour to act in safety. Maybe I've also highlighted, they hailed him father to a line of kings, and upon my head they placed a fruitless crown. They're my 3 quotes that maybe I've highlighted. So my point is going to be, I'm going to choose a few of those quotes. I'm going to choose 2 of those quotes that I'm going to write my paragraph on about the extract, because you always have to, in AQA, write one whole paragraph about the extract. So my point for this whole paragraph, I'm going to kind of summarize together. The quotes that I would use is I'm going to use the ones talking about Banquo. That's going to be the kind of ones I'm going to focus my extract on. So my point, I'm going to use the word from the question, which is of course Macbeth's fear, but mine is going to be that Macbeth fears Banquo's composure, because you know he's really calm and composed, and temperament, which is his nature. And this of course threatens Macbeth's illegitimate title. Illegitimate, it's not meant to be his, he's stolen this title, right? King Duncan is the rightful king, but he has stolen it, so hence it's illegitimate. So you can kind of see, so from the extract, my first point is going to be Macbeth's fears, because that's the word from the question, I've got to use it. And I'm also going to just talk about how he fears Banquo's temperament and composure. Now, that is what you want to do once you get the extract. You want to think about what is the first paragraph you're going to write it on. That is the first paragraph. I'm just going to focus all of my analysis on Banquo's temperament and composure, and of course Macbeth's fear about that. And then number 4 is planning your other 2 points. Now, it is so important to plan your points ahead of writing it. You don't have to do a really detailed plan where you're writing out everything you're going to put in, but just have 3 bullet points or so that outline what are your 3 different focuses of the question. What are your 3 different focuses of Macbeth's fear? I've already established my first one. Macbeth's first fear is Banquo's composure and his temperament. That's my first point. Now, I've got to make 2 other points that link to Macbeth's fears. And what I'm going to try and do when I plan out these points is make them 3 different points so I don't repeat myself. Because a lot of you guys, when you're writing your essays and things like that, you have amazing points, but you're not being very clear. So you might have seen your teacher might say, like, be really clear, be more specific. What will be really helpful is if you have 3 different points, then it's really easy to be really clear and really specific. So for example, my second point that I'm just going to jot down, I need to use the word Macbeth's fears, of course that's the question. So my second point could be, Macbeth's fears are so omnipotent and overpowering that it causes his insanity. That is my second point. So I'm talking about his fears being powerful and that linking to his insanity. And then my third point is that Macbeth fears his omnipotent, which means all powerful, ambition, and recognizes that this is his hamasha. Now, there's a few complicated words there, but let's just break that down. So I said omnipotent, which means all powerful. So Macbeth fears this omnipotent ambition. He fears how powerful his ambition is. He recognizes it and acknowledges it's really powerful. And he also realizes that it's his hamasha. Hamasha is a fatal flaw that leads to a person's downfall, and we can see that, of course, Macbeth's excessive ambition leads to his downfall, because by him being overly ambitious, he, of course, pursues being the king, which he commits regicide, which is killing of the king, and that leads to his downfall. So we can see here, these are really three clear, really different points. And on the Light Up Hub, we give you all of these different points, and we give you the analysis that goes with it and the structure, of course. But you want to make sure you have three separate points going into the exam. So let's just quickly summarize what we've done so far. Number one, we've read the question first to make sure we understand the question. Number two, we've read through the extract and highlighted anything relevant to the question. Number three, we've made our point about the extract. And number four, we've planned our other 2 points. So we've got 3 points in total. And then number five is you just want to quickly write down the 2 quotes for each of your points. So just so it's out of your head, you're not worrying about, oh my God, I'm gonna forget the quote. Just have it down as soon as you get into the exam. You've written down your points, and then just write down the 2 quotes you're gonna use for each point. So for example, for my second point, of course, the ones that are not using the extract, about Macbeth's fears are omnipotent and overpowering, and this results in his insanity, I might use the 2 quotes of, "Oh, full of scorpions is my mind," and I might also note down, "Sleep no more, Macbeth does murder sleep." So I've written down my 2 quotes that I'm going to use for that point. I can park that. That's out of my head. I don't need to worry about forgetting the quotes or anything. And then for my third point, which was that Macbeth fears this omnipotent ambition and he knows it's his hamasha, I'm going to write down the quotes, vaulting ambition, and then I'm also going to write down, with Tarquin's ravishing strides. So there we go. I've got a whole plan, and then I can really start focusing on writing up my essay. And like I said, if you do need help with writing up the essay, the analysis, the techniques, we have that all on the Light Up Hub, which is in the description below. But that is what you want to kind of do to make sure you are writing a top grade essay. And especially if you are somebody who gets their ideas muddled, or even if you just want to get a good grade or improve your grade, if you follow these 5 key steps, I promise you'll be able to start off every single English essay on the right foot, and you'll be making sure that you're ticking off those high grades. So if you do like these videos, guys, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel, share these videos with your friends so we can help as many people as possible. We're trying to put out as much content as we possibly can on here, on TikTok, on Instagram. So honestly, it's so appreciated if you could subscribe. I'll see you on the next video, guys. Make sure to keep smashing it.